Alrighty, Friday, December 11th, 2020, 9:54 a.m. So here's what's going on. So let's look at the daily chart first, okay? Here we go. Okay, so we see on the daily chart, we see that the market has spent the last 3 days going down, taking back about a week of gains, as you can see, getting closer to the 3600 level. We are right now under the green and yellow line, the moving averages. We touched the blue line and now we're rallying above it a little bit. So that's what's going on the daily chart. In terms of the 1 hour chart, we see, okay, so we see that our first level that we wanted to break, the 3660, we finally went under that. We even went to the 3620 level. So we're getting even closer to that 3600 level. And then from there we have that 3550 level. And if we keep going down, we have 3250. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things when you have a fund and you're holding positions, you know, we could have just been short this whole time instead of, you know, intraday trading. But for the challenge, we are trading only intraday. So anyways, that's what's happening. The market is coming to where we expected it to go. Closer and closer each day. In terms of the 30-minute, we see again, we see this breakdown from 3710, now again the 3620 low. In terms of today, by the way, we hit a high of 3667 and a low of 3620 and 3/4. So we're basically 20.75 points away from our target that we've been talking about for all this whole period, and then 35.92 after that. So that's what's going on here in the 30-minute. Okay, we are bouncing back right now, so we will see what's going on and what the entry will take. But that's the 30-minute. 15-minute. Okay, we see again that breakdown. We see that we are right now, we rallied and we're approaching the resistance lines, support resistance lines. Okay, 10-minute. We see, okay, up over here, we hit those blue lines and then failed and came all the way down, okay? And now we are approaching, we're sitting on the support resistance lines, trying to go above them. So that's that there. The 5-minute chart, okay, we had that big sell-off as well. And now we're above all the lines but the red line. 3-minute, we see that we're sitting on the red line, and then the 1-minute. The 1-minute, we see again, we see the big sell-off. Okay, hit that 3620 level, 20 3/4, rallied to 3645, and now it looks like we may be topping here. So, yeah, I mean, it's it's obviously a little annoying if, you expect the market to do something and you're right, and you miss the move because it happened overnight. I mean, we could have went short again at 3 a.m. like we did last time. You see, actually, that would be the perfect short. Look at that. Right here. Look at that. 3660. Boom. That was that big down move from just 3 to 4 a.m. So definitely we could have done that, but it's fine. We're not. You're gonna miss opportunities. It's fine. And when you trade as a fund, you can hold positions for days, weeks, or whatever, for big trends and big moves that you expect. Anyways, what we're gonna do here is interesting because if we don't break that 36.44.45 level, that might be an opportunity to get short this market and see if it goes back down to the lows. But if we break that level, then we may try a long a long entry. So here you see in the 5 minutes, same situation. We have that resistance at 45. Okay, we're gonna go short right here. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go short. Okay, here we go. Okay, and we are short 5. Okay, we're short 5 at 36.43. There we go. And in terms of our stop, let's see a good entry point for our stop. Let's check that 1 hour again. Okay. Okay, let's look at the 30-minute again. Okay, we are going above that blue line. Let's see the 15-minute again. Okay. Sitting right by resistance. Okay, the 15-minute. Okay, we're going a little bit above the resistance line. Okay, 5-minute. Okay, back to the 3-minute. And the 1 minute. Okay, I mean, we are sitting by a major resistance line, and then again, I think that if the market, that I don't, I'm not too confident the market will go above 36.60 if it does continue to rally. And if it does go above 36.60, then that might be, a pretty strong signal that the sell-off is done. But let's see. So where are we going to put in our stop? I guess for now we'll start our stop. We'll put it in at 36. 36.62.5. I'm gonna give it a lot of room. Well, obviously we entered our short at a level that was a little bit less preferable than we wanted to. We probably wanted to enter our short closer to the 36.60 level, but again we missed that whole move down. And yeah, even 62.5 might be a little bit, maybe 64.5 would be better, but okay, it's fine. We'll leave it at, it's a lot of room, but we're gonna leave it at 62.5, and that's gonna be our short. Right now, again, to recap, the market is at 36.67. I'm sorry, the market's at 36.48.5, 48 even. The highest 36.67, the lowest 36.20 and 3/4, and right now we're sitting at 36.48 1/4, 49, down 11.5. Okay, so that's the story. We'll see where the market takes us. Okay. Alrighty, Friday, December 11th, 2020, 10:11 a.m. So I just wanted you to see this on the 30-minute. You see right here at this level, okay, the market went, was kind of not doing much under the support resistance lines, got close to them, and then that was a perfect short at about 2:30, I would say, was that top, even 2 o'clock, but let's say 2:30 is when it started to top. It didn't, you could have went short there, put a stop around 36.70.5 or so, and that was the short opportunity if you're an overnight trader. We don't always trade overnight. We did for a day or two, and had we done that, we would have, had that big move and been in a much better entry point. But that's fine. Opportunities come and go and you miss them, and it's not about, being in every trade, all the time. It's about, maximizing your gains, minimizing your losses over time, and building up generational wealth, right? So, anyways, so that's the story. So, that happened at 2:30. Right now, we are at 36, 48 and 3/4, 49, down 11 3/4. That's what the 30-minute looks like. Let's check out that 10-minute again. When it loads, okay. All right, so we're hitting that. We're getting close to that blue line. Last time it hit that blue line, actually, here too, you see a 2. If you want to see that top, it was 210 was the top, and then you see, boom, it collapsed and never really went above until here. And last time it, wasn't able to break that blue line. So let's see what happens here with the blue line if it actually is able to go above this 36.50 level. We have our stop, I believe, at 36.62.5. Let's check. Where is ours? Okay, yeah. So our stop is at 36.62.5. We're at 36.48.25. All right. Alrighty, Friday, December 11th, 2020, 10:37 a.m. Here's what's going on. So on the 10-minute chart, you see that rally that started around, here we go, right there, around 6:20 a.m. Okay, basically has come to conclusion, it seems, about 30 minutes ago, with that high of around 36.50. Whoops, hold on, 36.51.5. So that rally came to conclusion. It hit the blue line, and now it's starting to go back and test these support resistance lines, the green, yellow, fast lines, and also the blue line. In terms of the 5-minute, we see a very similar situation. We hit that low of 36.20 3/4, around 6:20 or so. It rallied back to 36.50, 1.5, and we hit that red line, and almost perfectly it stopped there. And now it's breaking under the green-yellow line and going for the blue as well. In terms of the 3-minute chart, we see that the market is starting to go under, again, the green, yellow, blue line and the red line, and support and resistance line are not too far away at 36.40, then 36.35. Finally, the 1-minute line, we see that the market went under the blue, yellow lines, sitting at the support resistance line. It had hit the blue line about a minute ago, so we need to take out that 36.42 level, then the 36.36 level, maybe even 36.34, and then hopefully there'll be smooth riding back to these lows. Okay, that's where we're at right now. Right now the market is at 36.44 3/4. We are down 16 points, and the high is the 36.67 level, and that low is that low that we mentioned of 36.20 3/4. Alrighty, it is Friday, December 11th, 2020, 11:45 a.m. And we are finally starting to get that sell-off. Right now, the market is at 36.30. We are down 31 points approximately. Okay, we see here what we were discussing not too long ago when we hit this blue line. Okay, and we failed to break above it. That was a short we were looking for. That entry point, and then we hit the resistance support lines at around 36.40, and finally we've broken under all the moving averages on the 10-minute. Let's check out what the daily chart looks like right now with the movements that have been going on. Okay, and you see that we're looking like the top is coming to fruition. That 3,500 level, you know, looks imminent in the coming days and so forth. You know, it looks like we hit that top a few days ago, that 37.14 and 3/4 high. Like we've discussed, there wasn't a lot of conviction. We were continuously going short. We were getting burnt a little. But it does seem like the top is finally showing itself, its face, you know? So that's what's going on in the daily chart. And then that 3,600 level is very important. If we break that and we break this blue average, then with, you know, I don't think it'll take much for the market to go to at least 3,500 and then 3,200. And we'll have to see how much, you know, how intense the selling gets. I mean, the lows are at 2,200. So we'll have to see. I mean, everything's dynamic. Right now, we're looking for 3,600, 3,592 to 3,600. That's been our target for quite a while. Okay, next time horizon. 1 hour chart. Okay, we see right here, okay, let's start with today. We see we had that big sell-off that we discussed when it hit that blue line almost perfectly, failed, went straight down, and then hit that bottom at around 6 a.m. We were saying this was the after-hour move, okay? And now the market is rallying. Rallying. Sorry. Now the market is going back down after that rally from those lows to about 36.50 or so. And we got in, I believe, at 45. We'll check that later. But anyways, so that's what's going on here on the 1 hour chart. Let's check where we got in. We got in at 36.43 even. Okay, so that's where we got in. Okay, so back to chart. There we go. Okay, so that's the 1 hour chart. Let's look at the 30-minute chart. The 30-minute chart, we got, okay, so we got, like we discussed before, we had that little rally, we got to 36.51.5 or so, got close to those resistance lines, and almost perfectly stopped there, and then started to sell off. And we've been selling off for the last 3 candles, so that's the last like hour and a half or so. That's the 30-minute chart. Let's look at the 15-minute chart. Okay, 15-minute chart. We see we went above the support resistance lines briefly. Got close to the blue line. In the past, the blue line has been a nice level of selling off, as you can see. And basically, you know, once we got close to the blue line, we just started to sell off as well. Okay, we are trying to bottom here. I mean, a little bit, but I'm still, you know, I still believe we're going lower. Okay, 10-minute. 10-minute chart. We see again, we hit that blue line as we discussed, then we went down and we hit this low of 36.30. Or so, 29, and now we're bouncing back to like 36, but I still think we test the lows, we go to the lows of the day. And then let's look at the 5-minute, okay? 5-minute chart, we are, similar situation, 36.30, we're trying to bounce off of that, we hit the red line, came down, and went under all the averages on this move, and now we're trying to kind of bounce back, but we will see how much that lasts for and how high. 3-minute chart. Okay, we see what's going on there. Not much to say there. And then the 1-minute chart. Okay, the 1-minute chart. We see these 36.25 lows back at around, you know, that 6 o'clock time horizon. Under 25. Well, basically the low was, like we said, 36.20 3/4. That was a low around there. Anyways, so that's the story. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put in a limit order, okay, for 5 contracts for 35. Whoops. 35.92.75. Okay, it's far away. We may not get hit, but we'll just have it there in case the market does intensify the selling and it goes there. We will get filled, because what if it goes there and then it bounces that hard and we don't have an order, so we don't want to miss out, so we're throwing it out there. We will obviously revise it as necessary, and yeah, that's the story. So we have 2 orders right now working. We have at 10 o'clock, we put in the, at 10:02 actually, the 36.62.5 protective stop. And now we put in the 35.92 3/4 limit order. Okay, that's what's going on. And we are right now at 36.37. And it's 11:52 a.m., Friday, December 11th, 2020. Alrighty, it is Friday, December 11th, 2020, 3:59 p.m. So what's going on right now is the market did go to 36.25. Been a very hectic day. Probably should have just moved my order, but I didn't, and we missed that whole entire rally. At about 12:30, the market rallied all the way back up. So our day turned around from being up significantly to actually now being down. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna cancel our orders. Okay, here we go. Cancel. Okay. And then we're gonna cancel this one. Okay. And here we go. Let's see if we have. Okay. Ready. Okay, so we canceled all our orders. And ideally, we just want to sit with this position, but our standard is that we do want to get out. We do think it's going to go back to this 36.25 level, and like we said, our target is going to be 3600 or 35.92 in the coming days. But right now we're at 36.49.5. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go close the selected order at 36.40. We'll put 47 3/4. Let's do that right now. There we go. Alright, and let's see where it takes us. Alrighty, it is 4:04 p.m. Friday, December 11th, 2020. Okay, I mean, we're down like 3,375 now. We had a great day that just escaped us. And realistically, if this would have been, a hedge fund and we'd be more position trading, we would probably just enter the trade and hold it for quite a while. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to, actually let's close that, let's get back there. What we're going to do now is we're just going to, there we go. Okay, so we're just going to get out of the market. Again, we would have held into next week, but right now what we're going to do is we're just going to change that to, the market just really ran real quick. So we're just going to make this a market order. Okay. And there we go. Alright, so yeah, we were right. The market went lower as we thought it would do. It went to 36.25. It didn't, 36.20 actually, and then 25 lows here. And but then it had this huge rally. And, it didn't go back to 36.60, and ultimately we think as long as it stays under 36.60 in the coming days, it should be going back and testing those lows. But in any case, we had to get out. We lost $3,187.50 this Friday, December 11th, 2020, where our equity is at $149,130. We were up at the peak. We were up like maybe I think 2,000 or so. Maybe even over that, but yeah, so really, okay, interesting day. So next week we start fresh. We may even start trading Sunday afternoon or Monday early morning. because that's when the S&P opens. And we have a few days left for this challenge, and we'll see where we're at that point. Okay, have a great weekend. Happy Hanukkah and Shabbat Shalom.